We have a scary New York Jets head coaching update as Mike Vrabel will now be the favorite for the Patriots job after Jerod Mayo was fired after the last game of the Patriots season, and the New York Jets are now going to have to compete with many teams, including the Patriots, where Vrabel spent many years on the team, and we're going to break this all down. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Jets Digest. It's Chris here, and we're going to jump right into things as usual, and if you guys like the content, make sure to subscribe. It really does help us out a lot. 19% of people are subscribed. Let's get those numbers up. But let's jump into this and talk about some New York Jets football. Now, Mike Vrabel is the Jets' top option. That's been very clear. He's the top option for most teams. Him and Ben Johnson are the top head coaching options for all teams that have a vacancy. Before today, there was 3 teams: the New York Jets, the New Orleans Saints, and the Chicago Bears. Now there's 4 with the New England Patriots. The New York Jets are one of the 2 teams that do not have a franchise quarterback, so that obviously puts them a bit lower on the list in comparison to where some of these other teams might be, such as the Patriots or the Bears. Obviously, having franchise QBs is going to be a massive part of things, but now we know that Jerod Mayo has been fired, which was something very worrisome that all of us are thinking about, because if Mayo got fired, then Vrabel would instantly become the Patriots' top option, and they would be the favorites for him. Now, as Connor Hughes said, the Patriots are the team to watch for Mike Vrabel. He talked to many people after his interview with the Jets and all stressed the same thing. The Jets have a really good shot at Mike Vrabel as long as the New England Patriots job does not open, and the Patriots just fired Jerod Mayo, leading to the New York Jets' chances going way down. Obviously, this is not a good thing for the New York Jets. Mike Vrabel is the top head coaching option, as I said, along with Ben Johnson, and now the New York Jets, who were in very good position to land Mike Vrabel, are now in very bad position. It's basically a sure thing that Mike Vrabel is going to become the next head coach of the New England Patriots. There's not much the Jets are going to be able to do to stop him. The Patriots are just a more enticing team in every sense of the word. They have a young franchise quarterback in Jerod Mayo who looks really good. There's a lot going on for the Patriots that could be good. They have money they could use. Things are looking good for the New England Patriots to land their former player to coach the team. Matt even texted me recently before I made this video and said, yo, it's like a minus 300 chance, odds-wise, so a 3-1 chance that Mike Vrabel does end up signing to be the New England Patriots' next head coach. Obviously, the Jets still have a chance, but it's really hard to imagine that a former Patriot now has a chance to go coach for the Patriots. When I said I thought he was going to end up coaching Ohio State if Day got fired, and since Day is not going to get fired, it felt like, all right, well, he won't be going somewhere where he used to play. Nope, that's not exactly true because of the Patriots. They're going to get him, man. It's so obvious. It is. Do you guys really think the Jets have a shot over the Patriots? I just can't see it. I don't see how the New York Jets will be able to deal with them. Just everything is a perfect storm for them right now. And Mike Vrabel even spoke on what he wants out of a job and says there's got to be clear communication with ownership so that we understand as coaches what the expectations are. That's so we can explain to them what's reasonable, what we can do, what we could probably do, and what we're going to try to do or die trying. I want to have a structure in place that people see the game the same way I do, from an X's and O's standpoint, from a personnel standpoint with team building. We would hopefully have that alignment, which is critical. Now, here's what we do know about the New York Jets. There's not clear communication with Woody Johnson. Nobody knows what Woody Johnson's going to do, including Woody Johnson. Woody Johnson makes a bunch of random decisions very spur of the moment, and that obviously leads to some interesting things happening. So that's already not a good sign, what Vrabel was saying about wanting clear communication with the front office and knowing what everything has to go through. It's tough to work with Woody Johnson. It's become evidently clear. It's probably a lot easier for a guy like Vrabel to work with Bob Kraft, who, was the owner of the team that he played 8 seasons for. Obviously, Bill Belichick, Mike Vrabel's mentor, is going to push Vrabel to try to go take the Patriots job after Mayo got fired. Mayo was the handpicked guy to be the successor of Belichick, but obviously that did not work out well. And Belichick is going to try to get Mike Vrabel in there. Kraft is probably going to be cool with bringing in Vrabel. I mean, he's the best head coach available, most likely. So it does make sense to sign Mike Vrabel if you're the Patriots in every sense of the word. Meanwhile, the New York Jets who want to sign him just are no longer in good position, especially when considering what else Vrabel said, saying, I would like to be able to say that there's a quarterback you feel like you can win with, or that there's a path to find one that you can win with. Well, you get a complete franchise option in Jerod Mayo, and that is going to be a massive thing for the New England Patriots and for Mike Vrabel. He now gets to coach a team that has a young quarterback already there. It's not someone that they have to draft or hope works out in the draft or wait a year to draft one, depending on what the New York Jets decide to do, or have that other year of Aaron Rodgers, which is probably the Jets' best case scenario, especially for coaches. You'd have to imagine that Aaron Rodgers being the quarterback for the Jets next season would help them get a head coach the most who's also being contested for other teams as well. It's hard to say if Aaron Rodgers is going to be back. Most likely he won't be. It's probably today was the last game that Aaron Rodgers put on a Jets uniform for. He'll probably end up going to another team for a year and then retiring just so he could play 2 years not on the Packers. Obviously, one of those it'd be 3, but he didn't play the one because of the Achilles. And, well, everything went to complete crap for the New York Jets. So, here we are. Now the New York Jets are not going to be able to get Mike Vrabel most likely, so they're going to have to look elsewhere, whether it's a Bill Belichick. Why did I say Bill Belichick? Whether it's a Rex Ryan, whether it's someone of that, maybe Aaron Glenn. Those two seem like now the 2 most likely guys to become the next Jets head coach. It's known the Jets are going to be extensive in their head coach search. They are going to look at a lot of different options for their head coach and for their general manager, and it's not clear which position they're going to hire first. I think it should be a GM, so the GM has a say in who the coach is. And this is one of those situations where if you brought in John Robinson, it might help the Jets get Mike Vrabel, but it's certainly not a sure thing. No matter what the Jets do, it's very unlikely that they'll have a higher chance of getting him than the New England Patriots will. I would imagine the Patriots are going to land him. They've instantly become the most enticing option of all the 4 head coaching vacancies. The Saints don't have money. The Jets are the Jets. The Bears just cannot seem to figure things out no matter what happens. And the Patriots can. They're a high-class organization that's had a lot of success both with Tom Brady and, well, just with Tom Brady, actually. But they've had a lot of success. They're an enticing team. The Tom Brady era is not that long ago to where people are still going to be interested in going in there, knowing it's a high-class organization that knows how to win football games, and they know how to draft well, and they're developing Drake May, and they'll have another high draft pick this season in the top 5. So it's all going to work out very well for the New England Patriots, as it always does. And with the New York Jets, they're now going to have to hire. I don't think they're going to hire Rex Ryan. I think it would probably be Aaron Glenn, though the Saints also want him. So Aaron Glenn will probably be deciding between the Saints and the New York Jets. Meanwhile, there's also Ron Rivera out there. There's a few different options for the New York Jets at head coach. None of them were going to be as good as Mike Vrabel. Now, knowing that Mayo got fired is not the most surprising news ever, but it did absolutely just tank things for the New York Jets. I mean, you know Vrabel's going to go there. There's nothing really else to say. You know Vrabel's going to go there. You know he's going to go play with coach a quarterback who has a lot of promise in his game. It's just obviously the Patriots have been a disaster this season because they're in a rebuilding stage, but May is going to help them get out of it, and having a coach like Vrabel who's young and modern is definitely going to be a huge part of things as well. So it will be interesting to see. The Jets still do have a chance at landing Vrabel. Maybe they just offer him a ton of money or something, but it does feel unlikely that he's going to go anywhere but the Patriots at this point, leaving the Jets to have to pick up the pieces around them, whether it's hiring a GM and having that guy step in, or hiring a head coach now, trying to get through this fast, whether it's Rex Ryan or Glenn, or it's not going to be Ben Johnson. He's not even going to take an interview with the Jets. Maybe Rivera. I could see it being Rivera as well. It's going to be interesting to see, guys. Let me know who you think is going to be the Jets head coach down below. Do the Jets have any shot at Mike Vrabel? Like this video, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Have a great day, and go Jets.